welcome back to my channel. So I am going to do something I've been wanting to do for quite a while, and that is make a sparkly, asymmetrical, freeform party snack bowl for myself. And you start out with a nice big piece of plastic. Now, plastic wrap, I could tell you, is probably too thin. I know that sometimes it doesn't peel off, so you have to be careful on the plastic you choose. This came from packaging, actually, and I, cut it open, and it's a little bit thicker, and I'm using it to be my base. And I'm using J-Diction epoxy resin, and it's the long curing 24-hour overnight type because partway through I'm going to come back in and form the bowl. So I didn't want to use a fast curing resin. Now I have 12 ounces here. And what I did was I divided it into three after I mixed up some of my ultrafine glitter in there because I just like having that running through everything. And then I'm going to use, as you see, some mica powders. They're both from J-Diction also. If you like what they look like or want to give J-Diction a try, go down in my description below because I have a link to take it to their site and give you a 10% off discount with my code. So check that out along with everything else in the description, all the other product info that I used, my social media, my Amazon wish list, my email, etc., etc. But definitely, if you're interested in checking out J-Diction, go into the description and use my discount code, and you'll get 10% off. Now, these beads I'm using here are the kind of glass filler pebble beads you buy to put in vases and bowls and things and use decoratively. And I just had them in one of my vases, so I thought this would be perfect because they're purple, but yet they've got that iridescent thing going on, and that's just what I want because I'm using that blue rose and the lavender mica powders. I thought this would really complement it. So what I did is, as you can see, I'm just lining it all up, trying to make sure they're all touching each other with no spaces, and I'm basically making the border of my bowl. Now, this definitely will help to keep the resin from spreading past it, but I am also going to use some crushed glass to help fill the area up around the edges. And then I do eventually use, you will see, some purple holographic glitter after I've put down the resin because I really don't want it to be totally clear around the edges. And mica powder has a tendency in resin to pull inward. So I didn't want to have edges looking clear, super clear, because the color pulled all in while it was curing. So I added the purple holographic glitter for that reason, to kind of be a buffer in case it does pull in. So let me say now, welcome to all my subscribers, old and new. I haven't posted for a couple weeks because I had a couple fails and they definitely weren't worth posting. So I was really, really counting on this one coming out because, 12 ounces, that's a lot of resin. Resin isn't cheap. I'm sure all you Resinistas out there know what I'm talking about. So I really have my fingers crossed that this one was going to work. So as you can see, I took the clear that had that little bit of ultrafine glitter mixed in, and I'm kind of using it like a glue to pour over all the edges. This is why I used clear, because I didn't want a color to totally mask everything on the beads and all the glass. And as I said before, I'll use the purple glitter to make sure that the clear area stays pretty much right up to the glass and doesn't seep into the whole bowl. And next I will just add the colors, and I'm just going to end up swirling them around and mixing them together just to make a nice, pretty, loose pattern, nothing defined. This is a free form bowl, and I want it to look like it flows. It's not going to be perfectly shaped. It's not going to have perfect edges. The biggest thing is get that bottom flat so that it sits perfectly well and that I can use it. So that's really it. So I just spread this in, and then you'll see me put the next color in the middle and just try to work it out to the edges as much as I can. As I have explained, the mica does pull in, and I don't want all that clear to take over. So you will see the purple glitter coming up after I put down the rest of the resin. So I hope everyone's doing well. If you haven't already and you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up or leave me a comment. All those things really help with the algorithm in YouTube to keep me in rotation. So I really, really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed already, I hope that you will. And click the notification bell and choose all. This way you will get notified every time I post another video. Now I do some acrylic painting also and mixed media. You would have seen an acrylic painting if I didn't have a failure last week on that, but anyway, it's what happens, they all don't come out. And if it's something that's just a semi-fail and it's going to show you all some tips, then I would post it, but you don't want to see these. Trust me, you do not. But anyway, so as you can see, all I did here was just smooth things around and just swirl it and make it look pretty. And these are two of my favorite colors. I just absolutely love purple, and blues like this shade are just beautiful. So together I think that they're just gorgeous. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. So here's the purple holographic. It's chunky glitter, and it's got all kinds of colors going on in there. And I figure this will be a nice addition to the whole bowl. And then once I finish this, then it's really just a matter of torching out any bubbles with my my little torch, and then covering it up and waiting to see when it's ready to shape. Now, the trick is you don't want to do it too soon, because then it'll just start dripping or sticking all over. You really don't want to do that, but you want it to be at a flexible stage still so that you can play around with it. This whole thing took me about 30 minutes just to get it shaped when it was time to shape it, as you'll see, but I won't put you through the torture of watching the whole 30 minutes of trying to get the whole thing perfectly set up. Now you can see here I'm touching it and it's slightly sticky. I would put a fingerprint in it if I pressed on it. I don't want to do that, but you see how flexible it is. Kind of looks like a pizza dough. Anyway, time to shape it into a bowl. Now, this was pretty hilarious. When you see it all done, when I take it out cured, you will see the 95 things I ended up having to put underneath to make the thing shaped the way I wanted it to be. But I am not going to torture you with the whole process because it was definitely crazy. One side I'd get right, then the other side would be too far down, or the thing would need to be centered better. And once again, it's not going to be perfect. It's a free-form, asymmetrical bowl, but I still wanted it to basically have a shape to it and a nice flat bottom and be able to use it for snacks, potato chips, pretzels, things like that. You don't want to put anything hot and wet in your resin bowls. You can't really use it. They're not food safe for putting in the microwave or eating soup in it or something. But to put some, chips or pretzels, no big deal. But anyway, I have to say, while you're watching this, look how pretty those colors are. The purple and the blue just blended so pretty, and those beads are just working out just the right color, the right shade, and the glitter did its job and acted as a barrier between the clear and the colors. So I was happy with that. But anyway, here you go. I ended up putting a piece of plastic on the top when I finally got it pretty much the way I wanted it, because I still messed with it after that. And I just sat something heavy on top so that it would make a nice flat bottom for when it sits. So here we go. Now, wait till you see how many freaking things are underneath here. And you can see, especially on the right side there, a few of the beads came loose. And no big deal. That's fine, because then what I did was, after I trimmed edges and things, I reattached the few of the beads that came off with the UV resin. So here it is, and wait, you see how different it looks on two different backgrounds. Really brings out different colors. So I'm really happy with it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back soon with another video. But until then, please, everyone, stay safe, be kind, and have a great day.